Hello, my name is Hamid. Today I'm working on this whirlpool oven. The customer's complaint is that the oven does not heat properly, and I'll show you what needs to be done here. The model number on this whirlpool oven is located by the bottom drawer. When you open this, you look right here. The model number and serial number is there. When the oven is not heating properly, on these particular ovens, usually the very common problem is the bake element. It's a hidden bake element located at the bottom of this panel. It's held by two screws, one screw there, another screw there, and they're both Robertson screws. You remove that, the whole panel comes out. From there, you can check if the bake element is burnt or not. You can check it for continuity, or most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, you can see that the bake element is burnt on it and you have to replace it. If you look at your bake element, it's okay. The next part could be the broil element. Broil element on these units are not very common. In the last 10 years, I've probably replaced one. In 10 years, I've probably replaced one of these elements. That's all. So that means it's not very common. On some units, they have convection element. On some units, they don't have convection element. The same thing, you can remove all of those screws and check your convection element for burn marks on it, or check it for continuity. And you can check your broil element for continuity too. If all the element, everything seems okay, nothing is burnt, you have to come to the display board here and go through diagnostic. By going through diagnostic, you have to press the cancel and start. These two buttons, like cancel, start. It goes to the component test. From here, you can press number 3 to go through the component test, and each of the time you're pressing number 3, it will take you to a next step. Test mode. We don't want any of those. We want to reset the control board here. Keep pressing the number 3, and then eventually it's gonna ask you for it's gonna ask you to press enter to reset the control board. When you press the start, the whole display goes blank, it goes black, and then after a couple of seconds it comes back and it resets the whole control board. After that, you turn on your bake and then keep on it and see how it goes. That usually fixes the problem. If that did not fix the problem, you check your bake element, your broil element, convection element, everything seemed okay. The temperature sensor, you wanna go again on diagnostic by pressing cancel, start. It's showing 68 degrees. That's the temperature that shows inside of the oven. What you can do is, you have to get a lighter, a cigarette lighter, turn it on, or a candle. Hold it at the bottom of the sensor. If the sensor temperature rises on the display, and then you remove the candle or the cigarette lighter and then wait a couple of minutes again, couple of seconds, and see if the temperature drops down. If you're holding the cigarette lighter under the temperature sensor right here, and you see the temperature climbing up, but when you remove it, the temperature drops down, that means your temperature sensor is also working. So what's left here is your main control board. To replace the main control board, this is the part number. Each model has a different part number, so if it's the exact same model, yes, you can use this. Otherwise, you have to get your model number, find the main control board on it, which is gonna look like this, and you have to replace the control board. This is the whole control board. Here, so you can see the way it looks. In order to replace the control board, first thing, you have to protect your flooring. On this flooring, we do not need to use any kind of glass or any sheet or cardboard. We can just pull the oven out and replace the part. We're gonna remove all of these screws from both sides except this one. And here we got the control board right here. You may wanna disconnect your wires. You can do this two ways to not make any mistakes. You can take a picture of the whole control board, or you hold this control board in your hand and keep disconnecting the top ones and then keep adding them. This one, when you remove this, there's a little small tiny plastic tab. You have to press on it, the mouth opens, and then you reconnect it on this old one, on the new one. And the same thing on the top one. It has a plastic clip. The ribbon cable, it has a plastic tab. You press on it and then move it back and forth. So you have to press on this and it comes out. They're Robertson screws, but you can always use Phillips if you want. This is the old control board. I pulled it out. And the new one is ready to go except the ribbon cable we're gonna add. The center of these holes on the control board goes in here. So kind of hold it and bring it to the center and then add your screws back in. When you add your ribbon cable back in, make sure it makes that click noise. You can put your panel just like that and then bring it out. Even if you're not using protection on the floor and you're moving the oven back and forth, lift it from both sides, from left or from right, and kind of walk it out. That way there's no chances of scratching the floor. And when you push this back in, you may want to lift it up from the front a little bit and push it back. As you can see, the big element is red hot now. Everything seems okay here. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos and share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook. It's called Hamid Appliances Repair. Thank you. Show the inside here. It's glowing red hot.